I think that there's some really weird shit. I'm just gonna say here. I've said it before, but I'm gonna keep saying it. There's some really weird shit going on, not only in Arizona but in the world. Definitely the United States. But I had a mental hospital. I didn't go over this yet. I'll do this at night. I had a spiritual experience back in 2016, and it was wild. It was extremely wild. And my mom told me never to lose sight of it, never to let it go, never, which is weird because now she doesn't want me to have had it. She doesn't even acknowledge me, but I think it's because I disowned her over January, February, March. She was in the hospital, and she was showing her asshole online, and dudes were taking pictures, the nurses were taking pictures of her asshole and putting it online, and she was okay with it. And I was there, and I heard it in my head that my mom was going online, and they were taking pictures of her butt. And I tried to protect her, and she didn't want me to protect her from it. I thought a dude went home from work one day because he was scared of me in the hall. But I definitely lost all respect for my mom while she was in the center at 70. She was mad at me because I didn't show up for her birthday and things like that, but I just had decided that if she's going to put her asshole online at age 70, I don't want anything to do with the bitch. And so it was just gross for me. But what I had this spiritual experience because I got arrested. I went to Joe's house one day. I'll go over it all. But I ended up getting arrested, and then I went on this mental hospital stint. And when I was in the mental hospital, it was Desert Vista. One of them was Desert Vista. I went from Thunderbird Hospital on August 8th, 2016. So I started in jail August 6th, 2016 for a night. And then it was a Tuesday that I ended up in Banner Thunderbird. And then by that morning, they had me transferred out to Goodyear Abrazo in a really fucked up manner. And then I was on 24-hour suicide watch there. And then, although I wasn't suicidal, I let them play it, whatever. I didn't make a fuss about it. They did take, I had a tube in my right-hand side. It was pretty big. It was like this big. And it was removing DNA from me or something. They said that I had broken, in jail, I got broken ribs and a punctured lung. And they were removing all the liquid from my lungs. But I don't think that was actually the case. But they were removing DNA. I actually looked at the tube, and there was big chunks of me coming out of it. I don't know much about medical. The medical shit was all fucked up there. It was not working. I had stickers on my chest to hook me up to a heart monitor. They weren't hooked up to anything. It was just stickers on my chest. They gave me shots in my body from there to Riaz, which is a mental hospital on 99th and Peoria. And I was there for a few days. And then I believe it was an ambulance took me over to Desert Vista. Because I rode in on a stretcher, and I played the crazy on that just fine. I just played crazy. But, so I went in on a stretcher, and they got me in there. But what I wanted to say was I was there for a couple weeks, and then they put me in court. And in court, I was in the yard first, and I had found a flower, and I put it in my hair. I wore the flower to court. But in the same building was court. I went downstairs a few levels, and I showed up in a Maricopa County Superior Court. And I wasn't thinking about it much at the time, because I had a lot going on already in my brain, but it's actually a fake court. There's no Maricopa County Superior Court there. And I've looked since. I had a mugshot online at one time, and I actually had a big hive under my eye in my mugshot, because I had just fought Joe. But I had a hive under my eye, but my mugshot's now missing. It was under Ashlee Alband, I believe. But my criminal case was a justice court case with Arrowhead Justice Court, and it's not on. There's no record of it online. In addition, I had a probate case because I got ordered a year of court-ordered treatment from that fake court, where I had to go see a psych every month. I was out home, but I had to go see a psych every month and get prescribed meds. So I did, and I got completed. I characterized as general mental health, not severe mental illness, which is SMI. I was general. And there's no record of it on the probate court, and there's no record of my criminal case, which is crazy as fuck, because there should be. And I always thought it was going to pose a problem in getting a job, and I was like, oh, so I always looked, because I was like, well, this is going to be fucked up trying to get a job from now on, but I'll just figure it out. And so that happened. I think that's happened to a lot of you guys. I went to court on August 30th, 2016 at Desert Vista on Brown. I think it's 560 East Brown or something in Mesa, and that's where the building is. And downstairs was the court. But after I got released, they rushed me over to a hospital, which I can't seem to find online. It was like Thomas McDowell area in the streets somewhere, and they rushed me in for a brain scan. And even after I was ordered to be released, it was very important. They wouldn't release me till I went for the brain scan. And I've asked my mom for the results a million times, because she was handling that shit. And not only did I ask her, I keep saying, hey, I wonder what those fucking results were. And not because I thought there were cyborgs in my head, but because I thought I've seen pictures of people with PTSD. And I wanted to see what my brain looked like at that time, because I guarantee I have PTSD on a fucking level. And I'd like to see the brain results then compared to now, because I feel like, despite there being lots of cyborgs put in my head by some weirdos, I guarantee that the PTSD portion of it has healed a bit. I just feel better. So just out of being totally interested in my own health, I've always told my mom that I'd love to see those brain scan results, but I just have never requested the records or went for it. But I guarantee they were photoshopped in real-ish time, pretty close to it, because when I went to the hospital for my butt on 5th Street and Dunlap, they broadcast it. She took a bare finger and shoved it in my ass and broadcast it. I had her over the TV because I'm afraid of all this shit. So I'm not sure where she got the footage, because the TV was covered. But I did have a finger stuck up my ass. Nothing else happened. She gave me 2 vials of fentanyl, which were not fentanyl, because they did nothing for me. But the nurse did say that it was the good kind, not the street kind. But I didn't get any meds for it. But what I did hear as I was getting the scan of my pelvic area, heaven was telling me, nope, they're photoshopping it in real time. In real time, they're photoshopping it. It's not going to show anything. They're not going to give you shit, basically. So there's that. So if you're dealing with fucked up medical records, or sitting in jail and nobody can find you, or sitting in a mental hospital and you've gone to court, I can guarantee you there's some fake dirty shit going on behind it. And again, if you're making faces through the kids and having fun and got in trouble